Hi everyone, this is Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. How are you? Wherever you are in the world when you're watching, a huge shout out to you. I think I'm on about day 12 of COVID and feeling better and better each day. Thank you very much for your supportive comments, your healing prayers, intentions, Reiki, for me and for my family. It was very much appreciated. Thank you also for those comments, those beautiful comments that people post, the staying in optimism, positivity. It is quite a healing comment thread that we have, which is very rare on social media. Thank you to those who have sent gifts and donations. They are received with such gratitude. All right, on to today's reading. This is a bit of a Q&A. First of all, happy Easter to those who celebrate Easter. It is Good Friday here in Australia, where I am. Probably around 10 a.m. It's a beautiful morning. We woke up to a fog, and when we have those type of fogs on autumn, it's autumn here, hence the cardigan, we usually end up having a beautiful sunny day. And as I look out the window, that's exactly what we're going to have. So I'm going to get outside and make the most of the sun after this. Today, as I said, a bit of a Q&A. I want to go straight to the French elections. I want to tap into the Australian elections, which are coming up on the 21st of May. We are now in campaign mode. And then I want to go to the US and look at the ongoing investigation into the former president, whether or not he will stand again. I don't know how many times I've read that he won't. And then I want to look at the extent of Russian involvement in US politics, whether that is compromising Congress people, looking at oligarch activity and lobbying in the US. Will the extent of the Russian influence over the current GOP emerge as a result of investigations? Now, a couple of things I want to say. The last reading that I did was a mixture of astrology and tarot. I very much got that the US and Europe were readying for a show of strength, whatever that is, however that pans out. I do feel ultimately that they will go in. That was also in the reading. I didn't know at the time that Russia was mobilizing military equipment to Finland. That emerged after I did my reading. I have since read privately on whether or not some form of what would I call it, military peacekeeping force goes into Ukraine, and it always says that it does, because the atrocities that are being committed there leaves us no other choice. Okay, ultimately, Putin, I still get Putin has his downfall. Okay, so let's get started. I'm just going to start off with the Aboriginal Spirit Oracle by Mel Brown. And then I'm going to be using the Tarot Grand Luxe by Cairo Marchetti, for those who are interested in the decks that I use. So let's just, as we move into this Easter holiday, Easter celebration, a religious celebration, let's see what the energy is like. Now, the Saboteur card has fallen out. I think that's a good look at the current energies with the invasion, Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and the genocide. Yes, genocide that is being committed there emerging. So, some of Putin's energy, where you get greed and coveting what Ukrainians have, the need to dominate. This is all the dark side of humanity. But we're also getting a look with the sun. I think it is squaring Pluto over the weekend. We're actually getting a look at that dark side, and we're getting to make choices. And again, I canvass that in my reading. We do have a full moon in Libra, the sign of justice, coming up over the weekend. Okay, what is the energy that we are moving into, please? Okay, so we have indecisive. That could be said, that has been the energy. It's very much almost like a stepwise process that we're in, but I feel that we're moving into seeing the futility, I guess, of an approach that is indecisive, that is based on threats, which may or may not come to pass. I feel that the threat of nuclear warfare will not come to pass. Achievement, that's, we're seeing that as well. So much with the Ukrainian military offensive against Russia, the sinking of Russia's lead warship yesterday. And we're seeing love as well. I do want to quote Volodymyr Zelensky's wife, I think it is Alana's, again, if I haven't done this already, interview that she gave recently, and she said, don't get used to our grief. Don't get used to our grief. The heart beats strongly within the grief and turmoil. I think that's pretty accurate energies. One more, adventure. Okay, adventure. Two more. The adventure card and wealth. Okay, so I never take in these Aboriginal Oracle cards wealth to me, monetary wealth. I feel it is the when we come out of a dark period in our lifetimes, there is the new there to experience. And I do feel true wealth. If I were to pull another card, true wealth is about being present in the now and understanding the value of gratitude. Frustration. Okay, frustration and delusions. Okay. So I do receive emails, and I don't really want anyone who's thinking of sending me an email quoting Putin's propaganda. Please don't, because you'll just be blocked. But I do get frustrated at the illusions that people labour under. So maybe this reading is talking to me. Windfall. There's a very deep meaning in these cards today. I didn't intend to do such a deep oracle dive. But I think the overarching message here is, how do we actually define success? What is success to us? I think if we could all understand that success isn't necessarily monetary, nor is it stroking of the ego. Real success for me, which is the hardest to find as I go into Easter, what I'm contemplating at the moment, real success is about being strong from within, being present in the here and now, seeing through the egoistic illusions. When I can do that without the dark side of my humanity, because I feel we all are two sides of a coin until we learn and earn the wisdom to leave the shadow behind, that to me would be true success. So we have here deception. These are the energies that are coming up, and I have to go with it today. Friendship and manifestation are the two things, unity, that bring us through the challenges that we face and the responsibilities that we have to what? Create. And we create, come into balance through true compassion and growth when we realize where our true home is, where there is an absence of confusion and illusion. Our true home is within. Okay, that is an Easter weekend message for you. All right, let's, which I didn't plan on, but which the cards were calling. Spirit was calling to me to go there. All right, so we'll look first at the French election. It is a very important one, again, for all of us, because there is the far-right candidate, Marine Le Pen, whose campaign was partially funded by Putin in 2016, was it? She was pictured celebrating the annexation of Crimea. She wants new relationships between NATO and Russia. Can you believe it? And she is in the runoff with Emmanuel Macron, a centralist, the incumbent. Now, my previous prediction has been that Macron will just scrape through. I do want to go to here. I said there was a third candidate whose influence was really strong, and I think that's Jean-Luc Mélenchon. Now, he came third with about 20% of the vote. Le Pen is on about 23, and Macron is on about 28. So the real question is, where is France going to come out in relation to drawing a line in the sand with the invasion of Ukraine? Because if I was in France and voting right now, I certainly wouldn't be voting for Marine Le Pen. But like all countries, we have those influences, disruptive, illusionary influences, nationalistic, anti-immigration, the nationalistic type of far-right movements exist in all countries. So the question is, so Jean-Luc Mélenchon, all of the candidates have said, please give your votes to Macron. I feel that Jean-Luc's block of voters become really important to the centralist Macron's vote, ultimately. That's where I come out. We'll check. Will Macron win the election in France? Hierophant, government, I like the energies. The Empress, Russia. Okay, so it could be that what is occurring in Ukraine is enough for those people, perhaps that may have voted for Jean-Luc, to cast a vote for Macron, the Hierophant, the Empress. But this is also abundance, and the candidate that is going to deliver that will be very important. The Hierophant government. Empress so far, yes. Cards. The Ace of Coins, absolutely. These are 3 yeses, thank you, for Macron. Justice in the past, okay, the balancing of scales. This is also opposing views. The Libran energy, which is the Justice card here in the tarot, is very much about bringing two opposing views together and understanding them. That's in the past. Okay, so here we have the opposition. Now we have the Emperor. The potential is for Macron to retain control. And the outcome is the Nine of Swords. So I'm going to draw a clarifier there. Maybe I'll go for a full Celtic cross. There is a lot of anxiety around here because I think it's going to be very close. We have the Three of Cups, those three. Macron is getting a lot of support from the other candidates who did not make the final runoff. I think that's what's going to make the difference here. The Hermit card, introspection, isolation and review. I don't think There are probably a lot of voters who haven't made their mind up yet. This is the card that flipped out when I was shuffling, in the hopes and fears, bringing the opposing sides together. If Macron can do that. Now, Nine of Wands. So that again is a gift card. It is a yes. It does talk about barriers and boundaries, but it is like saying no to something. And the Page of Wands, which is the outcome card I got before. So he will get through, just scrape through. So it will be very, very close still. And the Nine of Pentacles, which is, again, another positive card. So right now I think Macron is looking reasonably strong, despite what the media is saying. We have a Judgment card, an inevitability about this outcome. Strength. Okay, now we also have the Ten of Swords and the King of Swords. So this is Libran energy. Perhaps Le Pen getting into the runoffs may be a cause of real anxiety for people. And I would assume that Russia is doing its usual propaganda in these elections to try and get its preferred candidate elected. So I'm going to say the French, what is happening in Ukraine will be enough, along with, I'm particularly going to Mélenchon, Jean-Luc's block of voters will get behind, I feel, even though the media might be saying that they'll vote for Le Pen. I think ultimately they will vote for Macron, I do feel. And we have the Jupiter card coming out. So, okay, to Australia's elections. All right, now we move to Australia. We've had the first week of campaigning. Our opposition leader, the Labor Party, stumbled. In Australia, we have a very biased media landscape. The Tory Party also stumbled as well with further controversies which involve women, the treatment of women by their ministers. So we have both sides taking hits in the first week. I have always read that the women vote gets the opposition Labor Party candidate over the line. Let's test that theory again. Will Labor win the Australian election? So we have the Knight of Cups. So we have something that is being offered. Something that's being offered. Support that is being offered to women. Okay. Can the Labor Party win the Australian election on May 2021? All right, we have the victory card. So I really like that. I really like that card, the Six of Wands. That is victory. It's like the most concrete answer you can get. The challenge is the Knight of Swords. Now, here's what I think will happen, because, again, I threw cards privately last night because I was curious. It showed that there will be a huge breaking scandal to do with money affecting the Tories as the campaign goes on. It will be huge, worse than what we've seen so far, around some kind of fund going to a very close contact of the Tory Party. This is taxpayers' money. And I feel that will help the victory of the opposition leader along with the women vote. 10 of coins. So we have also those worried about wages stagnating, the cost of living rising under the current Tory government, the LNP party. So I feel that that will play an important role when we see what is happening with our taxpayers' dollars to the, I guess, the favoured big business supporters of the LNP. It's time for change. Lover's card in the past, and the King of Coins in the sky. The Three of Swords in the immediate future. There is a lot of, because of this huge mistake on the opposition leader's part and the biased media environment, there is just a lot of disappointment that we've given the LNP such a head start. We've got the Hierophant in the here and now and the Three of Cups. The environment around is support. So the Labor Party is getting support from other parties as well. The Empress card, abundance. People are wanting change. And we have the Devil energy here in the outcome card. What's this? Toxicity and the Page of Cups. But it's also greed and avarice and something emerging very, very quickly. Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is what is going to emerge around the Liberal Party. There's something around what they've done to give money, to give taxpayer money out. So what I'm saying is that a surprise coming up will tilt something in the Labor Party's favour. Yeah, the Eight of Coins. Yeah, new starts. There's a lot in this reading. Queen of Coins, stability of the economy and the truth emerging around a lie. Somebody's lied. This is a huge scandal that will emerge in the campaign for the Tory party, which will kind of blitz everything else. All right. Okay, so what that could be also was a payout was given to a woman who has accused a minister of abuse of his power. And that could be that as well. But I feel it's something so much bigger, not bigger, but so much involving a lot more money. So anyway, that's reading is for my Australian viewers. Let's move on to Trump. You know, the media, you've got to remember, Trump is spent. The Justice Department in America is investigating him. They've confirmed that. They're talking about ongoing investigations. They're investigating him removing a number of boxes from the White House documents, official records. That is under investigation. The January 6th investigation. The attempted coup is under investigation. The Southern District of New York, which is under the jurisdiction of the Justice Department, Federal Justice Department, has just unsealed some indictments on Russian oligarchs. 2 questions. Will Trump stand in 2024? Will Trump stand in 2024? I'm seeing a waterfall here. Page of Coins. So we have something emerging around money. Information coming out around money, and we've got isolation here. He's more isolated than what you would think. His rallies are underattended. His health is not good. 5 of Cups, regret, loss. I've never seen him go to prison. I hesitate to say that he will pass in the future. I don't really want to give those sort of predictions, but his luck has run out. In the sky we have the 3 of Cups, potential. That's the potential. Circles of support. Three parties coming together in some way. We have the 4 of Swords. Yeah, ill health in the future. This is where I'm going with that. Retreat. And we have the Justice in the here and now. It's really clear to me. There is victory for justice. Victory for justice and his ill health. The Sun card, full illumination of what? Of the justice aspect of this. And we have the final outcome, the Queen of Swords. Yeah, there has always been a woman within the DOJ who is leading these investigations. The Hanged Man, okay, pausing. And we have the 2 of Coins, losing money, having to make decisions around money as well. So it's really precarious for him. really precarious because of justice and because of his health. And we have the Ten of Cups family. Now, we know that his son-in-law received a $2 billion cash payment from the Saudis as well. So much to come out. The Nine of Coins and who he is aligned with in terms of money. And we have the Tower card. So, yes, I think he's going to face the justice aspect as well as the ill health here. He's going to retreat. I do see him have always seen him in exile, alone and in exile. I'm not saying leaving the country, no, but just almost like a pariah. All right, one more. With the amount of investigations that are going on, the freezing of oligarchs' assets, the information, unsealing of indictments for three Russian oligarchs, yes, the three was really important. Will it emerge just how closely tied the GOP, Trump and the GOP, were and are to the Russians? If anyone is watching from France, Le Pen has very strong ties to Putin. Okay, and we've seen how that's worked out for America under Trump. Polarization, division, tumultuous 4 years under Trump. An attempted coup and destruction of democracy, trying to destroy democracy. Will it emerge? Will the extent of the Russian ties emerge to the GOP, Republican Party and Trump? Knight of Coins, money, donations. I've said the DOJ are following the money trail. We have the Wheel of Fortune, luck, Jupiter energy. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yes, and yes. And there's a lot of it, and it is going to come out. We are on that trajectory. The Eight of Wands, communications, lightning bolt, communications, lots of headlines. In the past, look at this. The Two of Cups. Commitments, contracts, relationships, partnership. In the sky, here we go. Money. Trump's money. The GOP's donations. Yes, and yes. The Ace of Coins. Okay, clarifying that is the Ten of Coins. The dark money. Donations. It's going to emerge around donations. Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords. The ending of something. Why? Because we've got the Six of Pentacles. Again, donations, money, the money trail, the oligarchs. Oh, gosh. Okay, so, Putin is the head of a mafia mob style oligarchy. The Russian people, particularly the younger generation, don't want this anymore. What we're seeing is, and if those influences are in America, it is time for a reset all around. And this is what I think we're experiencing. So I'm going to leave that there. Happy Easter, everybody, if you celebrate Easter. And I'm doing really well. On day 12 of COVID, I'm resting. And I'm just going to clock off now and have a great Easter and see you next week. Bye for now.